All right, y'all. We are returning to Crash Pandas. When last we left off, you guys had just successfully beaten out everyone else in your first street race. However, in doing so, Miko and really a lot of y'all did quite a lot of damage to Dominic Doretto's car, and turns out that car was not his car. It was owned by Big Gibby. Big Gibby has now instructed you that you all need to work for him and do this one job of getting the food truck Hot Buns on the Run for him in order to pay off your debts for the damage that you've done to Dominic Doretto's car. So, you have been provided a new ice cream truck since yours got so damaged, and you have been told that you can find Hot Buns on the Run being hooked up to the back of a semi-truck being towed down Highway 405 late at night around 6 p.m. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before driving that ice cream truck onto that highway?
Yeah, so I just re-rolled my items because you said we could.
Yes.
So basically, I rooted around in that trash. I was looking for some good stuff. You know, the lead pipe is ruined. All right, I really went to town on that car, and the beard, the ice cream in the beard, everything really started to make it pretty gross. I ate it. So what I ended up finding in the trash,
Scratching off the beard and glasses for
scratching off the
Miko?
beard and glasses. Yeah. I found a grappling hook and a broom, which are a 6 and an 11 that I rolled. So yeah,
A grappling
and a
hook
broom
and
is
a broom.
listed. A broom is, I want to read the description, the ultimate anti-raccoon weapon. Also works against people and cars.
Okay.
That's the description.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also rolled a broom. I want you to know.
Broom wins!
So Ranger Rick is pretty heartbroken. You know, his favorite Garth Brooks tape was lost in the damage, and so that took a toll on Ranger Rick. And he's been watching Miko like this young brash raccoon. Like, it really reminds Ranger Rick when he was in his Ranger days and when he was that young and brash. And so he's been like,
Just a year ago.
he's been like really inspired, be like, that's what I have to do. I have to stay hip with the times. So he picks up a lead pipe because he saw Miko using it. And recently he's seen Miko carry around a broom. Is like, well, if Miko's got a broom, well then, you know, I should carry a broom as well.
But they're so last race.
Listen. Ranger Rick is a little behind the times always. It's fine. I would also like to make note that I would like to do some intel on Hot Buns on the Run.
Okay.
And see if it might have a connection to that awful criminal that I'm still trying to put behind bars.
We'll call that your chutzpah, trying to scheme maybe about what the Hot Buns on the Run is. So go ahead and roll a chutzpah real quick, and I can tell you some stuff.
Oh, that's a 2 because I have a 1 in it and I rolled a 1.
You know that they're known for their toast. That's about all you know.
I love toast. Toast is really, really good.
Okay. Everyone else, did you re-roll your items as well?
I did. So Edith lays down the rules. Listen, y'all are under arrest after all this is done. I cannot justifiably take part in this stealing of this car, but I'm going to stay with you guys so that you don't run away and I have to catch you again. So Edith takes out a cigar and lights it. Cigar. And then underneath her police hat, her little police cap, she pulls out a little police siren.
Wait, okay, so you have a police siren under your hat there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and you've
one
got
of
a
the items you
cigar.
can get. Yeah, it makes noises and lights. Yep.
All right, so you've got a police siren and a cigar. Okay. Mm-hmm. Josh, what do you got?
All right, so in the process as we're being... I imagine if there was time to do recon, even if we only learned that there was toast, there's some time between the job, between the race and the job, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So though Tommy was a little nervous about dealing with, you know, the adrenaline of all the race, now that he's, you know, gotten into a place where it's like a heist, he realizes that he can't go to jail. He's definitely not going. So
I can't find out about this.
So he calls up a buddy who he does deliveries with and is like, "Yo, I need you to help me get out of this." And the guy
like,
delivers. And so as a balloon flies overhead, I pull out my slingshot, and it falls to is a dog mask.
You got a dog mask, okay.
I have a dog mask. A dog mask. They'll never know you're a raccoon.
That's right.
And then another one comes by, and it is a bandit mask.
You got options.
Yeah.
Or are you wearing the bandit mask on front of the dog mask?
So I am going to start with the bandit mask, and I am going to keep the dog mask for later.
Okay.
Do you still look the same though?
I mean, it says it's kind of redundant, but it doesn't say it is redundant. It says it's kind of redundant. So I'm just saying.
You're like a Ninja Turtle, like
We're wearing another Ninja Turtle.
yeah, like Raphael puts on Michelangelo's mask over his own one,
Right.
All right.
incognito.
So if you guys are all prepared, if you've steeled yourself to the task ahead, you're in the ice cream truck. You're driving down Highway 405. It's late at night. There's some
Sweep
traffic,
in the back.
but you're getting towards. You're trying to figure out where the hell this ice cream truck would be. You're getting towards a more empty part of the highway. Everyone else has already gotten off their exits. No one would live in this part of town. And finally, you think you see it. So,
I want to say I lean over to Ranger Rick and I say, I couldn't find Garth, but I found Chris Gaines.
Oh,
God.
that's second best. I mean,
Does it literally say? What does it say on the truck?
oh, on the semi truck, I think it just says something Hot Wheels
oh my
related.
gosh, that is
It's a toast.
Ash, what does the toaster say?
The toaster truck just says something Hot Wheels related as well. Let's see here.
This is blowing my mind.
Roller toaster.
It actually.
A roller
Hot
toaster.
fast.
Hot and fast.
Hot and
fast.
Oh my god.
did you
This
get
is
all
why you
these,
bought
Ash?
this.
All right.
That's incredible.
Fantastic.
That's incredible.
Fantastic.
Okay. So,
Our
You know-
target's in sight.
you now think that you see your target ahead of you. You don't see many other cars on the road except for maybe one other pedestrian car right in front of it. So
Or
you've
is
got
it?
you've got a fairly clear shot, fairly clear runway here to do what you're going to do. So, let's begin, y'all. Get your D6 ready and set it to the number that you want.
Yep.
Hold on,
Set.
I gotta pull up the. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, I'm set.
Ready,
Okay.
set, spaghetti.
So,
Sorry, one more rules clarification. So they happen in numerical order from 1 to 6, right?
Yes.
they do.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So braking happens first, then turning,
Yeah, it was like,
then
so-
items, then acceleration.
And I don't think
then action.
I don't think I was necessarily doing that last time, but I will be doing that now that you've reminded me. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Very
all right.
important
Thanks,
because
Josh.
you turn before you speed up.
Like I was just like, because I wanted to. All right. We're gonna go with. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's go, Josh first. What you got?
Got a 4. Use an item.
And Price.
5. Accelerate.
Jazzy.
6.
Anna.
Miscellaneous.
5.
You get it.
Okay. So
Then
use
not
item
using that siren.
first. So Josh, what item are you using?
I am putting on my bandit mask. And specifically looking at our police officer after putting on the bandit mask. Because I want her to see
That you're doing nefarious crimes?
This is me.
We're cool.
We're ready to go.
Cool.
We're ready to go.
All right, you have put on your bandit mask.
Going to jail.
You guys speed up a whole bunch, so you're now right
never
on
financially
the
recover
tail
from
of this thing. And then, was it Price or who's doing the action? Jazz?
Jazzy.
Jazz.
My action is to remind everybody, I'm watching you. We're not going to kill anybody. We're not going to run anybody off the road. We're going to do a clean job.
I mean, only.
Maybe I'll consider it on my report. Maybe you get a lesser sentence.
That's it? Okay. You
Good
guys...
pep talk, boss.
Yeah, right.
Get that wee woo going, or what are we doing?
I got my cigar. I want a clean job. I like when a plan goes right. I'm turning into what's that guy from the A-Team?
Face?
No, that's face.
I'm rolling 2 for your speeds. 3 to 4, so 4 lets you do something, right? Yeah. All right. So
All right.
you're now right on the tail of this semi truck, and you can do a cool thing. What do you guys want to do?
I have an idea.
I think we should. Oh, please.
Huddle as close as you can, everybody. So, I think I know how we could get this truck. I think, Miko, you need to go. We'll fling you onto the toast truck, right? And then you drive the toast truck onto the ice cream truck, and we tape it together again,
Do you have
just
tape?
like the old days.
Sounds perfect.
No, that seems like too much. What if we bring the truck back? We just unhook the toast truck. The toast truck just falls off the back, and we don't have to worry about sticking them together. We just get in the toast truck and drive away.
What if we tape the trailer to the back of the ice cream truck?
You guys don't have any tape.
Ah!
A voice from above. You have no tape. It's true.
Well, no, it sounds like we're launching me onto it, though. And I think that's a great
Good
idea.
plan. Yeah.
I'm going too, because you're gonna need help getting that undone. Only need one driver, right?
Sounds good.
Right?
Sounds
Okay.
good. Let's do it.
Good.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Edith, you're driving.
Before when everything happens, I walk up to Miko and I put both my paws on their shoulders. I was like, I know I brought this along for me, but I think you need to go double broom style. And
Brooms akimbo?
I hand my broom over. I was like, may the spirit of Chuck Norris fill your body. And so that you may use these brooms to the best of your ability.
And so, with that, I climb out the window onto the hood of the car, flanked by my friend, Autumn, and
It's Tummy.
Tummy. And I have brooms akimbo, and I just sort of let out a bestial cry. But it's just like, because I'm a raccoon, so just kind of like...
And so are you just jumping, or is there anything used to propel yourself onto it? Like, how is...
So I leap, and I have a grappling hook. Remember, that's my item. That's my other item. So I'm flinging it to the front of the trailer so that I can hoist myself onto it.
Okay. So you're flinging your grappling hook to the front of the trailer here over here, and you're hoisting yourself brooms akimbo style onto the trailer.
I fling them as I let out my... And then I put them on my back and...
And Tummy, you're coming along? Are you using the grappling hook to pull
especially since
yourself
there's a grappling hook. Yeah, I'll just use my climbing raccoon powers.
Okay.
All right.
So you two are now there, and we'll go to... You've made it onto the trailer, but we'll just leave it there. So we'll go ahead and...
Oh, but real quick, though, I turn to Tummy and I go, you're going to need this. And I hand him one of the brooms.
I take one of it and feel this power coursing through me. All my life, I've been afraid of these.
So you guys are moving forward slightly. And
But now I am the master.
And this car back here isn't maybe necessarily keeping pace as much anymore.
Jazzy, I really
there's a
like
car-
you
wait, there's a car
continuing to
behind the-
hold your cigar.
There's this car.
Bubble car. Oh,
So Bubble Car's there. Doesn't seem to be doing anything suspicious other than it's driving slower than it was before. Okay, so round 2. We'll go ahead and. I mean, I'm gonna say Miko and Tummy, you guys cannot do anything braking, accelerating, or turning related, but you can do the other
using
two
actions.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do 4s and 6s. Anyway, so all of you guys go ahead and set your dice.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, let's start with Anna. What you got?
5, accelerate.
Jazz, what you got?
1.
Yes, I guessed it so hard. I'm so good.
Okay. Price
We're gonna do it. Not by the book. 6.
and
man.
Josh.
6.
All right. So, starting off, you're slowing down, and then you're speeding up.
I didn't want to hit the car.
And it worked out. It
Yeah.
balanced.
I was like, we need to keep pace where we are right now. I was like, I bet you Edith is. So, like, essentially, like, the whole time, like, Ranger Rick is, like, sitting next to Edith in the driver's seat because we're so tiny. And Ranger Rick is, like, mumbling under his breath. He's like, don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. This is your one chance to look cool in front of Edith alone. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make Edith see our side, and it's gonna be fine.
So obviously I start slowing down and I get back on the driver's wheel and then you decide to speed up.
Yeah, I figured we're doing it at the same time. Like you're on the brake, and I'm on the acceleration.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Grind that sucker.
Yeah.
I shoot you just
I was really
the worst
concerned.
stink eye ever. I'd be like,
I'm
Keep
imagining
pacing.
if you guys are both doing it at the same time, like no one has their eyes on the road. You guys are both just like furiously trying to get your feet down there to the accelerators and brake.
I see it as like a ballet of like one is up on the wheel while the other one's hitting the one thing, and then the other one goes down to go up to check, and then the other one's hitting the accelerator or
Yes.
the brake. You know,
That's how I see it as
constant
well.
Circle.
Okay, so Josh, what is your action going to be?
All right, so I am gonna move up to. Okay, I need a little bit of clarification.
Hit me with
Can
it.
we unhook the trailer from the front car?
Well, on this Hot Wheel, I can't, so I'm going to say no.
Plan ruined.
That was a good plan. I'll say that like we're like conferring with one another as we're sneaking along. You know, so
Yeah.
What do you think's the best? Should we try and drive it off the back, or should we maybe
Yeah.
get into the cab?
I think if we get in the car, we can drive it off. We drop the back gate, and then we just unhook, and we just drive the toast truck away. It's fine.
Right. Okay. I'll go try and release the back of the truck. Hold
All
on.
right, and I'm gonna go take care of the driver.
So that's what he's going to take care of the driver, and I'm going to try and like open up the back of the truck.
All right. So you're making your way, Josh. You're just going to make your way towards the front of the cab, and we'll say you almost make it to the driver's side door. You're like right there. And then Price, you are fiddling around with the chains that are keeping Hot Buns on the
basically,
run.
I'm trying to bust this sucker loose. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do I meet? What do I see?
Okay, so Price, you see 2 chains around the sort of both rear
chains?
wheels.
Get 2 chains out of here. This is the ludicrous jam. Come on.
It's supposed to be here.
And they're not locked. They're like tied down, like with one of those tightener things. Yeah. And so that's what you see.
Okay.
And I'll say
So-
before that, Josh, you're sort of, are you scurrying along the side of the car, or are you above?
I think Yeah, I think I'm gonna come because I got the broom with me, so I'm gonna come in from the top and then like look over on the side.
I'm gonna call that your alacrity. Go ahead and do an alacrity roll.
All right. So,
and yeah, I don't think there's anything.
a 5 and a 2.
Wow.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah.
you make it there. You scurry.
Motivated.
And you're just sort of like right above the let's say that it has a moon roof. You're like right above the moon roof on that thing.
All right.
And
Okay.
Price.
The toast roof. Let's be real. Yeah.
Wait. This is the front cab, right?
Yeah, that's.
Or is this for the
drivers? The
Oh,
drivers.
you're in the front cab.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you're right above them. But that's what we'll leave you for now.
Okay.
Price, you see the chains that have been tied down with I don't know what to call those things, the little tightener things. And so
two chains.
you can attempt to do something to them if you want.
Yeah. I think looking at those things, I'm perplexed by what even the heck they are. But I see that there's like a little like, the little like ratchety bit. And I kind of just, as I do, take the broom and I kind of just jam it in there and start trying to like wedge it open. Because that's just kind of how I approach problems. It's just kind of like, well,
Okay.
I'm a raccoon, so just kind of get in there,
We're gonna call that a ferocity roll.
A fierceness. Gosh, I'm so bad at that stuff. Okay.
And yet you do it all the time, seemingly.
All the time. What's a 4? All right? It's my one roll.
All right. So on one of the chains, you wail at it with that broom. You make a ton of noise, but you do find some purchase with the thing that like lifts it open, and you see the chain sort of rattle loose on one side of it.
And so then, like in my head, I kind of say, "The broom is the most powerful weapon in the world, and now it's mine." And I just say it to myself. That's it.
All right. I'm gonna do my my Trash Master roll here.
Trash Master.
I got a 3 and a 1. So. This car that had been following behind here,
The Bubble-mobile.
the Bubble-mobile, it hears all the broom racket that you did. And it smashes into the side, or it doesn't smash, but it rams slightly into the side of the semi-truck, and it pops open. In fact, just for effect, it pops open.
It pops open.
It pops
popped
open.
secret.
Its driver window, and Price, would you say that you're even in a position that could see it?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Like, let's say like the mirror. I'm smacking at it. And I could see in the mirror of like the side mirror of the car that I'm in through into the other mirror onto that.
Price can see it, and Ranger Rick and Edith can see it. Inside there,
I feel like I could hear it.
you can totally hear that it's happening. That you maybe don't have a good view of the drivers. Edith, you see that there's 2 drivers in there. Ranger Rick and Miko. Miko, you see Han is the driver.
Oh no.
And Ranger Rick, the other passenger in there, is Loosey Goosey.
What?
So I see Han, and just for a brief moment, right? It's like slow-mo anime, black and white, slash across the screen, my face at the bottom, Han's face at the top. Yeah, just like, and like, I thought I would never remember that day, but I could never forget. Right? Just like one of those entirely overly melodramatic moments, and like you could just like the blood in my eyes, just like.
I'm hearing that Kill Bill song.
That's right.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Mine is equally as dramatic, but not as cool.
But country.
But it's a little bit country. I write a song about it. No, it's more like it's more like, since I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy, it's more like when a cloud's like attacks where he's like
Oh yeah.
Rick holds
Yeah.
his head, and he like just all flashbacks from like the epic car chase that he was in, and the explosion where Reese died, the fact that Loosey Goosey like got away. Just it's like all the whole thing is replaying in his mind, and he's just like beside himself in agony.
What's wrong with you? Get it together. We got a job to do.
It's Loosey Goosey. He killed my partner a year ago.
They don't necessarily recognize you guys yet, but you hear them scream out, "Get away from Hot Buns on the run!" Okay, and so we'll start up the next round. Go ahead and set your dice.
Oh.
Quick question: does the Bubble Mobile actually have that giant bubble thing?
What, like, does it, what?
Like, does it have a giant
did the-
circle thing on
Yeah.
it? Like, you know, like a.
It's like a spoiler.
Yes.
Or is it?
Ooh,
Or
like
is it
a
a?
spoiler
Does it
massive-
do a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious.
You don't know if it does a thing, but it definitely has a thing that looks like an oversized bubble maker, yes.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Okay, got it.
I'm sorry. So our rivals are they're in the bubble car, or are they in the main car?
They're in the bubble car.
Our rivals are in the bubble car. Yeah.
Okay.
They're like an escort, you know.
Escort
They're-
mission.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
they're helping drive this to safety.
Exactly. They seem to be the guards of Hot Buns on the run.
Okay, got it. Thank you for clarifying.
They're the misfits.
All right, so starting off first with Jazz. What you got?
I'm gonna use an item.
So, okay, that's what, 4? Mm-hmm. Okay. Anna?
2. I'm gonna turn left.
Price.
We'll call it a 4. I'm doing stuff with items.
And Josh.
6. Taking an action.
All right, so first, you guys are turning left. And in doing that, you do sort of clip the back of this car a little
Good.
bit, and it has to pull forward a little bit more. So yeah.
Good,
you're-
because Rick is so upset that he just uses all of his force to just turn
Perfect.
left and is hoping to clip the back of that car and make him crash and burn.
say that it's like that.
It's a fate only right for him.
It's hard to see what's happening with all these palm trees, but it's like that. Okay.
Jazz, why'd you do such a good job at those palm trees?
They're so
they're
good.
cute.
They're so good.
They're
It's
so
perfect.
good.
They really are.
This is
It's just pipe cleaners.
mwah,
It's the
mwah.
best.
Wait, they're pipe cleaners? I thought they
They're
were
pipe
palm.
cleaners. No.
my immersion.
Okay, so then, who's using an item first?
I am.
Jazz.
Okay, Jazzy.
So I immediately be like, you can't. No, we're not supposed to turn into this person. And I pull out my police siren, and I press it against the windshield or the glass,
Buzz.
and I turn it on to hope to scare these people that are like starting to mess with us.
So you've got like the siren like in the dash, that kind of thing.
No, I pull it out and I like press it against the side mirror window, because I didn't know we were gonna turn left.
Okay.
But I was hoping to
Wait.
be like, I was hoping to use the siren as a way to like intimidate them and it's like, don't mess with us.
So like the driver's side window, you're pushing it
Yes.
into that window. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they don't
I mean,
Is the
to be
window
fair,
down?
like, Anna's thing happened first.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know that happened. So you could put it forward if that was your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
so,
basically want to use it to intimidate.
so I'd say you could put it in the dash, like right in front of you,
Okay.
because that's probably a better position for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I put it on the dash.
Okay. So you've got it on the dash. In fact, I'm gonna position these a little bit more so the camera can just like straight up see what's happening here.
Nice thinking, Edith.
As we round the corner.
All right.
Item.
Before the next things happen, I'm just curious.
Great. Preemptive DMing. I know what
dread.
it is. Yeah.
The dread.
Okay.
They start to slow down and pull off towards the side of the road until you hear a little scuffle inside there, and someone gets slapped, and then they pull up again, and they pull back into position.
Oh, there's trouble in paradise, you know.
Okay. So who was next using an item? Was that Price?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, because Josh is doing an action rather than an item. So I recover the grappling hook. So I go over to where the grappling hook got attached.
Okay.
And I am essentially reattaching it to the chain that was hooked around the car. And my goal is to throw it right at those suckers. Like I just get it over there.
So the chain that you had just detached from the car, you're attaching the grappling hook to that? Is that
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
And you're throwing
Which is still attached to the vehicle, it's not attached to the car. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Attached to the trailer, not attached to the toaster mobile.
Right. So you've grappled the chain and you're throwing the rope end at the car?
No, I'm throwing the grapple end. I'm like, I want to.
Got it.
I want
So
them
you're
hooked.
You're
and I
tying
want
the
them
rope
wrecked.
part
Yes.
around the chains and you're
Yes.
chucking the grapple at
Yes.
that. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm chucking it to try and get it through the hoop, right? Like through that like loopy thing because it's so big. And the thing is because of my nature and because when I see red, I lose track of time. It's more like I'm throwing myself. So I essentially run across the breakfast truck thing with this chain, and I've got broom in one hand, hook in the other, and I'm leaping to try and get right through that so that I can wrap it around. Does that make sense?
You're leaping yourself into the hoops.
Yes, with the grappling hook and the broom.
Okay. There's quite a lot going on there that's more than just use an item. So I'll allow it, but you have to roll.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You have to roll an alacrity.
Yes, okay. And I would argue that because this is part of my central story, literally Han is in that truck, and he's the one person that I've come to defeat in order to right the wrong that was done to my Sakura tree.
Okay.
All right. So my alacrity is 4. Do I get 1 or 2 bonuses?
So the bonuses were for your character and for narrative?
Yeah, it's like narrative. So the first one...
Origin story.
Yes.
And it ties to the central conflict. So yeah, you would get 2. So you get 6 dice.
Okay, so 6 rolls. Okay, so here we go.
But it's difficult. I'm going to say you still need 3 positives to make it a perfect.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, 4, 6, 5.
Nice.
What?
2, 5, 3.
Okay.
I got 4 successes. So like I again, anime moment, screen splits, theme song goes, and I'm like leaping through the air, and it's like high-paced, action-packed J-pop, anime intro song, and I'm like leaping through that, and like you can see like the memories of the past and everything happening, and I go through the loop, and then as I'm going through it, I like hook the hook around it and like grab onto it, and I'm yanking it through, and it's just like perfectly pulled onto it, and then I jump back in the direction of the other truck.
Of the ice cream truck?
Yeah, of the ice cream truck.
Okay, so you're jumping back towards the ice cream truck.
Because it's behind us, right?
Because it's right behind.
Because like that'd be the easiest place for me to go rather than back onto where I was. Yeah.
So
I just want to know that Ranger Rick throws a yeehaw.
Okay. So that car is now successfully grapple hooked around its hoop. You have landed back onto the original ice cream truck. You are like on its windshield. But the other car is sort of keeping pace with the truck, so it's not getting damaged or anything yet.
Yeah.
But it is hooked together.
Yes. Perfect.
Josh.
And I scream from the hood. Han!
He looks behind. Oh, it's you.
He has no idea who I am.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't. Like, he was like, wait, who are you?
No, from my perspective, this is the central narrative. For him, he accidentally crashed his car into a tree. Like that's it.
Right.
That's his life. Anyway.
Josh. You are on the driver's cab right above the moonroof. What are you doing?
So I am about to use the broom to go through, or try to use my super raccoon strength to go through the roof. But I also look back as I hear and realize that, and I realize that the chain is now attached to the other car, which is a problem for me because I wanted to use this car to drive away and avoid arrest. So,
Oh my god.
and so now I'm in a predicament because it was just like, wait, okay, Price, do I know who Han is?
I'm not sure.
Have you told me who Han is? Have we had it?
I think there was an in between. All right, there was a Goku learns to drive episode where we all talked to each other about our individual pasts. You told me about what big whatever.
Big
Gibby.
Gibby.
You know, we learned about Walker's experience. We learned about my experience. Edith just kept on saying, "You're going to prison still." That was like every time we would tell the story, it'd be like maybe some empathy, but you're still going to prison. So that's what we learned. Yeah, okay. You know who Han is.
All right, so that's fair. Okay, so I'm about to go, and I realize that Han's back there, and I'm like, I want to drive away, but this is about family.
Yes!
So instead, I now go back. Oh gosh, no. I look back and I'm like, now this is for family, and I still take the broom and go through the moonroof.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you're doing this as an action, so go ahead and use a ferocity roll. You can go ahead and say that this.
I feel like this is tied to central conflict because it's family.
Yeah, everything about your character is family.
Because that's how the Fast and Furious does it. I'll allow it. So go ahead and give yourself one bonus dice to your ferocity.
There needs to be a Fast and the Furious like rolling or like tabletop game.
Yeah.
It really does.
At this point, using Hot Wheels, you need to have one.
I know. I think we're now learning the prototype right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, we got
Making
a 1.
Someone call Vin Diesel.
I mean, Vin Diesel loves Dungeons and Dragons, so
that's what I'm saying. Write the game.
Someone tweeted Vin Diesel right now.
Do it, Josh. What do you say?
You've been waiting for this moment.
Indeed.
I rolled a 1, but I also rolled a 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because honestly, you were there. This wasn't a terribly difficult thing for you to do, so you do it. You use your broom, you smash up that windshield, and if you wanted to jump down in there, you could.
Yep. So I am now a random rabid raccoon with a broom, dropping into the compartment.
And the person driving that semi is like, I do not get paid enough for this.
Exactly. The person driving that semi, just a regular dude, freaks out. He's like, oh my God! And slams on the brakes. So,
yes!
Brakes are now slamming. You start seeing this car skidding and like getting pulled into the semi here. And you guys are sort of still, well, we'll find out what happens when you guys pick what you guys want to do next. So, Price, you're back on the ice cream truck so you can start doing driving stuff again.
I can't tell whether or not this question will be a benefit to the party, but I feel like I have to ask it.
Okay.
What is keeping the toast truck attached to the bed?
There's still one more chain.
Okay.
I said there was 2 chains.
chain.
He only did 1.
I undid one, and then the anime took over. The anime took over.
Josh, you are now able to do driving rolls for the semi-truck. So, you are competing with the driver who's doing nothing but a brake roll. But go ahead. I'll allow it. So, everyone set your dices for what you want to do.
Okay, let's see. I'm looking at this. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
It is a mess, is what it is. So
It is.
I'll move everyone forward here a bit. This is getting slammed in like that, basically. And that is still turning left.
Okay. So that's what we're looking like, huh? All right. Perfect.
Okay. Okay. So, Anna, what's your decision?
6 miscellaneous actions.
Jazzy.
1 break.
Of course.
Josh.
6 miscellaneous action.
Price.
6 miscellaneous action.
All right. So, you guys slow down. So you're behind to this again.
Oh no.
Doesn't the thing also slow down too?
So the truck itself
You said it's braking.
is braking, and because Josh did not do that, it's going to slow down as well.
Look, I'm keeping pace.
Yeah. So that's fair enough, but yeah, you guys are sort of close. You guys are still technically turning left,
Okay. Nope, that's all right. I'll make this work.
and that is still get this more into frame here. That's what you guys are looking at like now.
Yep.
Okay, so then who haven't called on yet? Price. Wait, no, breaking happened. Yeah,
I'm doing a miscellaneous action. I can go.
Yeah.
So my miscellaneous action was I was going to leap onto the bubble mobile because Han is in there, and my whole goal is to defeat Han so that I can, regain everything that was once taken from me. That's what I've learned from the Fast and Furious films. And so the braking actually kind of helps because my forward momentum, remember, I'm on the hood screaming Han, and then the braking happens. So that kind of helps me with the launching forward. And so I'm just kind of aiming into the right into the window to try and get into the car with Han and Juicy Goosey or Loosey Goosey or whatever their name is.
Juicy
and
Loosey Goosey. I'll say
and of course, broom forward, like it's like
the target that you're trying to hit is on a chain that's skittering like this on the road. So
yes, and I am not afraid of my ability to get into that car.
That's going to be an alacrity roll.
Yes. Okay.
And I'll go ahead and give you 2 bonus dice for it.
Okay.
But it is a difficult one. Again, you're going to need 3 positives to do it.
All right, let's do it. Come on, Fates. We got a 6. We got a 4. That's 2. We got a 5. That's 3.
What is
What
program?
I'm using random.org. And then a 3, and then a 1. So I got 4 successes. Yeah!
All right.
I don't have dice. I don't have dice on me. They're all at the studio where Ash is, or where all of my dice live.
Yeah, his dice here are much more unlucky. Okay. So you somehow managed to land onto the bubble windshield, and I'll say they already had part of it open, which is how they were screaming out and stuff like that. But part of it too is still a bubble. So let's go ahead and say you smash with your broom into that a bit, and so you're in the bubble with them.
All right, and I'm just swinging, it's rabid raccoon times now. I'm swinging this broom around because in my mind, the broom is the ultimate weapon. I'm I will win if I just swing the broom. That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing. Okay, we'll resolve that.
And making rabid raccoon sounds, so it's just kind of
We'll resolve that in a second. Josh, what are you doing?
Okay, so I've decided I don't want to fight for control of the truck. I want full control of the truck. So I am like going at like a team. I am going to hold on a second. I'm trying to so I am like working my way over to the door because I want to push the door open with the idea that once the door is open, he'll realize there's a raccoon in here. I should leave. I'm not attacking him directly. I'm just providing him a way to leave.
So you're just opening a door.
So, I mean, like, obviously, I'm like skittering over him, right, to move, to open a door. So he's processing actively that there is a raccoon with a broom in the cab of the truck that he probably is paid just over minimum wage or something to drive. And so perhaps he will opt of his own volition with no conflict necessary to exit the cab of this truck.
Can I, as a secondary player, request that he gets an extra dice because this fits into his whole anti-capitalist like concept that is at the core of his character?
Okay, and I'll allow that. Do we want to say what stat do you think fits best for this one?
Fierce, ferociousness, right?
Ferociousness.
Or
chutzpah?
Or chutzpah,
maybe. Yeah.
I'll let you pick between ferociousness and chutzpah, whichever one you want to do, and you can have a bonus dice.
Well, then I'm going to pick chutzpah because my ferociousness is 1, but my chutzpah is 4. So I'm glad we had this talk.
I think it's more chutzpah anyway, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm not aggressive. I'm not being aggressive. I'm just like, free this capitalist. There's no need. You don't need to put up with this.
Free
You're not
yourself
paid
from
enough.
the shackles.
But he can't understand me giving him this opportunity.
Of course not.
Oh
It's
my
like, why
goodness.
right? And he's like, why do I suddenly feel like I'm being exploited right now? So we have a 6, a 4, 2 2s, and a 1. So 2 successes.
Yeah. Okay. So you are at that door. You swing it open. Are you on the door?
I think that's probably. I'm a small raccoon. I'm a raccoon. I'm a buff raccoon, but I'm not a large raccoon. So I think that makes sense. And I go over and I like grab the handle, but I'm still holding on to it. So the door swings open, and it must be moving. I imagine it's moving slowly enough that he decides to exit. But I am still needing to grip on to this door so I can find my way back into the cab.
All right, you're gripping the door. It is swung way open. The driver is braking as hard as he can. I'm going to leave this on the fate of the dice here. It's a very low roll. He's just looking at you very confused. He's remaining, trying to slow down, but instead of getting out on the active highway, he takes an exit. So, while dragging this thing, we are now moving to a change of scenery here, y'all. So,
what's going on the car that I'm on now? Because because it should be like
the car
swinging.
is dragged, right?
Yeah, it's being dragged. It should be like swinging. Oh my goodness. Oh. The twists and the turns, the drama. My goodness, y'all. Change of scenery.
Yeah, this is what Fast and Furious is really like.
This is better.
Exactly. This is what the next Fast movie will be.
It has to be.
Yeah. And when you guys are tweeting at Vin Diesel, make sure you include this video.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Link Vin to this video. Say Crash and Furious. Let's go. Come on. Let's do this thing.
Listen,
My
I
goodness.
tweeted Vin Diesel.
Too
one
Crash,
does.
too Furious.
Yeah. Too Trash, too Furious. My goodness.
Oh, it's a 4-way.
Oh wow. Okay, we're coming to an intersection.
Oh no.
This is the chaos.
So,
the chaos.
Getting dragged, that's still happening, and some pedestrians.
Oh no! Is that a shiny car?
No, you did not.
This is an actual Hot Wheel, y'all. This is
Oh my god.
Why did you get that? You've been waiting to use it. He has been waiting to use it the whole time.
How
This
is it
what
a
it's all
Hot
been.
Wheel?
Look, it's got a 10 on it. It's a 10.
The greatest thing about is like the budget for this production.
Yes.
Oh god. Let
It's
no one
it's at least $10.
let no one tell
Bloomhouse.
you
Yeah.
that you
production.
can't make amazing work.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that result. Wait, no. So we're pulling into an intersection. Anna, you still have to do your action.
I do still have to do my action. So we're gonna rewind a little bit. Back when we had our break in between races, once again, Miku and I have bonded a little bit, and I was teaching him some of my karate.
We're scurrying through trash. We're scurrying
Yeah,
through trash as we're doing
And
this. Yeah.
as I am an ex-ranger, I know a lot of martial arts. So I was teaching some martial arts to Miko, and Miko in turn was teaching me how to use like the lead pipe because I was very inspired for it. So we traded some blows, and we learned some things from each other. And now I just watched Miko jump into the bubble car to avenge himself, because we also had a very intimate moment of us bonding over our
Vengeance.
nemesis.
Our mutual desire
Yeah.
for vengeance. Yes.
And I was like, yes, now is the time. It must happen right now. So Ranger Rick tries to do the exact same thing and tries to jump onto the bubble car to get his revenge. But he's also got his lead pipe.
Team vengeance.
Yeah, team vengeance. So he's like,
Okay.
Edith, I need you to hold the wheel. I'll be right
Where you
back.
going? Wait, no, where you going? I need to watch you.
I have to go avenge my partner that died in the line of duty.
You do realize that's attempted murder. You'll go down for it.
That's fine. You can handcuff me later. It's worth every minute of it. I have to avenge my fallen partner. You understand. You probably have had a partner in your life too.
No, they don't work with me. Too wild.
Well,
I'm too wild.
Too wild. I love that book, Outlaw book. They don't want. There's too many reckless cops in LA.
well, just
Not many wants to work with a straight one.
just imagine you had a buddy cop too, and they had died a horrible, tragic death by a horrible criminal. I have to.
You know how
avenge
I've
him.
lived this long? All 4 years?
How?
By doing it by the book.
I just.
Just like the
I-
cooking, you got to
Listen,
do it by the
I'm
book.
young and reckless compared to you. At 3, I must take my chances. I'm so sorry. And Ranger Rick leans over and gives a little smooch on Edith's cheek and is like, I care for you. I'll be back. And jumps out the window.
I hiss. Just possum mouth hiss.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are attempting
You
to
don't
jump
pass
on
out,
there.
you
You're attempting to jump. Ranger Rick's attempting to jump onto the bubble car with your
Yes.
lead pipe. That's definitely
Yes.
going to be an alacrity roll. It's at
Okay.
your character's central conflict and your
Yep.
origin story, so I'll give you
Okay.
2 bonus dice as well.
Okay, so
but
I'm-
just like Price,
roll.
you're going to need 3 victories to do it.
Okay. I've got 4 dice.
Oh,
Okay, what do I need to roll to...
4 or better on 3 of those dice.
I got 2 successes and 2 fails.
Okay.
Real quick. I had extra successes. Is there a way that I could put my broom out, seeing this happening, so that she can grab the broom?
I feel like you've
So-
already done so much.
Ranger
I had
Rick.
successes!
Ranger Rick leaps, and it looks like a fantastic leaps. It looks like you're totally going to make it. But
Yeah.
this car swanging wildly from this thing it gets a little bit farther away from you than you thought, and you do manage to grab onto it, but you're now being dragged. You're not on it solidly.
That's fine. I'm very rotund. I can roll with it.
But you lose your lead pipe.
That's fine. I wasn't very strong with it
Going in
anyway.
with the claws.
It's my martial arts. That's my true power.
So, we now find ourselves pulling into a pedestrian area. They were about to blow through an intersection. The driver, so distracted by a raccoon that has... Actually, I take it back. We keep on referring to ourselves... We keep on referring to ourselves as like, it's confused about the raccoon being there. It's confused about the tiny race car driver that just broke through its moonroof and then hissed at him and then decided to open his door.
Because they don't know we're raccoons. Like,
Exactly.
That's part of it.
Yeah. Plus, you got the bandit mask on, so like, who's gonna?
It's just one of those LA carjackings.
Exactly. So he's still slamming on his brake, but he's so distracted he doesn't know that he's about to blow through a red. So, we're now going to go on to another round of you guys picking what you want to do. Anna and Price, I will allow you to do driving rolls for the bubble car if you want to. You're still chained to it.
Right.
But,
Okay.
yeah. And then, Jazz, you're the only one in control of that ice cream truck. And same for you, Josh. You can attempt to do driving rolls of the semi-truck. All right.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, let's start off with Josh. What are you going to choose to do with this semi-truck? Wait. No. You guys are doing 2-speed?
Oh, no.
Which car? Which car?
Yeah, there's a lot of cars
I was
going
gonna say,
on
do you have
right
to
now.
roll for each car?
The one that Edith's in? The one that I'm in? You know?
I didn't get any failures. I got one success, so you guys can choose to do one cool thing.
Who wants it? Josh, you want it?
Should. Can I throw the driver out of the car?
Yes!
Why?
That could count as a cool trick. Sure.
I feel like, wait. Okay. And I see the person in front of me, right?
You can have awareness of that, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I see the person up in front, and as much as I'm committed to helping family, we can't let innocents get hurt either. So I grab the steering wheel and because I'm hanging on the door. I can't do that.
But you can say that you
can jump
swang or
back
something.
in.
Yeah, you can.
So swing back in to grab the steering wheel, which the driver is probably is also still holding because he's fearing.
But you
for
got
dear
some
life.
momentum from that swing there.
Yes. So I think we do that, and I grab onto the steering wheel, which I'm hoping jerks it to the left.
To the left? Okay. And Josh, go ahead just for fun. You don't need to do this. You're going to be successful either way because you guys got the bonus. But go ahead and do a ferocity roll on that because I'm curious how ferociously you turn it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Out of 3.
All right.
So not
So-
quite success.
No. But you do go into the next lane. You guys were going to turn into the next street if you got a very high ferocious roll.
I wanted to go into the next street.
Anyway, okay, so with that, we're now moving on to the next round. You guys know what you're picking there, so we'll start off with Anna. What are you going to do?
And I need to, I'm sorry, now that we've done this though, I need to ask a follow-up question. Does the pedestrian get an action?
So the pedestrian, we're not totally through that intersection yet, so I'm not going to say.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna get bad.
Okay.
Okay, 1. I'm going to try and break the bubble car.
Oh, no.
So wait, what action are you doing? Like 1 through 6?
1.
One break.
She's doing a 1.
For a break?
Break, yeah.
Okay, 1. Jazz.
3. I want to turn right.
Price.
I was going to accelerate.
5. Okay, and Josh.
Oh gosh. Oh no. 2.
Okay.
Because I chose it beforehand. I can't change it.
Yeah.
This could be real
Okay,
bad.
yeah, no, okay, it's gonna be something. It's
Fine,
gonna be
it's fine.
something.
Oh my god. What is this? Is that like a
Is that a
building?
Yeah.
We didn't really see it until this moment.
This informs my decision making.
So, this plays out as first, Anna is attempting to break.
Yeah. So Ranger Rick has lost his lead pipe that he was wanted to really do some damage with, but then he remembers that he's got something more powerful than a lead pipe, and that's his own claws. So he attempts to like slash the tires, and because he's so ferocious, it's the one thing, you know, he's going to use his martial art claw moves.
Okay.
So you're doing like a very an active breaking.
Yeah, I'm literally breaking and breaking at the same time.
So semi-truck's still moving. As this is breaking, essentially the cord just gets very, very taut. And then Miko slams on the accelerator and the chain snaps.
Oh snap!
And then
So we're going now. We got Han, we got Juicy Goosey, and we're out of here. Is it Loosey Goosey or Juicy Goosey?
It's loosey goosey, but I like juicy
actually,
goosey better.
I take it back. That doesn't happen to that.
Pinata.
It doesn't happen quite in that order, but it does happen. So the chain gets taut. The ice cream truck was veering towards you guys anyway, but Jasmine has decided to turn right. So
Wow!
it clips the back of you guys as Miko attempts to accelerate, which puts you into a full spin. So you're spinning.
So
We're doing donuts.
Yeah, we're
My
spinning
hope-
out. We're spinning out.
by turning right is I have been trained pit maneuvers. As a cop, I know how to pit maneuver. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this car to like basically come to a stop by spinning it out so that I don't hit that pedestrian. I got the lights and the noise blaring, and I'm just like trying to get this thing to stop.
And I'm gonna say, looking at the way that the things are laid out, you are underneath these like poles. So I'd assume if you pitted it enough, it's gonna slam into those poles, and that's gonna give you some additional slowdown. You know?
Yeah, I'm thinking that you guys are going to slam into this pole here. This semi-truck, though, is turning towards this building, and it starts scraping.
It was a building.
It starts scraping the side there.
Oh no.
Oh no!
With because of that, the semi-truck is also merging into the ice cream truck's lane, and you're scraping up against the back of that now as well.
Oh no.
Okay, and the pedestrian now says F this and leaves his grocery cart there.
I didn't know. I was just, like, was the pedestrian wearing Bluetooth speaker? Maybe they couldn't hear anything. I just wanted to be cautious.
So there was a speed there, so we're going to add an extra speed dice just cuz.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So we got 2 successes and a failure. So
Perfect.
we're going to say the main failure is on the bubble car, which took an extreme amount of damage being pit maneuvered into the side of a light here, which is just like busted up now. The ice cream truck that we're in took mostly cosmetic damage from being scraped up against that. So nothing major, nothing that's slowing us down. But you maybe lost a rear view window on the side of your ice cream truck on the right hand side. So with that, this semi truck, it's coming close to a full stop, but it's still scraping along the side of this building. people inside of the Starbucks very upset.
Starbucks.
This ice cream truck about to slam into the side of this building if it continues at its current speed as well. And this bubble car, it pretty much at a full stop.
Full stop? Okay.
So, with that, go ahead and set your dice.
Got it.
All right.
Got it.
Price, what are you going to do?
4. I'm using an item.
Josh.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Come back.
We'll save that. Anna.
6 miscellaneous action.
Jazz.
6.
Okay. And Josh.
6.
All right. And so, the order of this, the 4 first. Was that your price? Yeah.
Yes. So I broomed the crap out of Han in the face, out the door. Like, he was driving, and I broom him out the door. Like, and in my mind, here's what's happening. I'm like smacking him with the broom. He's on the ground, and I've got to yield, you know. And I'm basically like, I have bested you in auto combat. That means that you owe me anything that I want, and you got to give my tree back. That's like what I'm screaming, and he's just, you know, from brooming him.
From his perspective, he just got in a massive car crash. He's slightly concussed. He got pushed out his car with a broom, and he sees you seemingly demanding something of him. So he throws you the keys, and he's like, "It's yours."
I pick up the keys and I sort of hold them, and then I put them above my head triumphantly.
You notice that he peed his pants a little bit too.
And then beyond that, now that I have felt victory and I know success, I just kind of turn to the rest of my compatriots and just kind of am like, oh, that's right, we were doing something else.
Anna, what are you doing in the same car?
Oh, so in the same vein, I basically, I kept a hold of the handcuffs that Edith had used on me from the first race. Yeah, of course, as a love token. But now I see that it is time to do the final justice and citizens arrest Juicy Loosey Goosey. So Ranger Rick waddles up to the car, opens the door, it flies open, pulls Juicy Loosey Goosey out of the car, throws them down to the ground, and citizens arrest them. It's like, you remember this face. This is the face. You murdered my partner, and I will, gosh darn it all, I'm gonna get my revenge today. You're under arrest.
Edith, you may be over here, this citizen arrest taking place. How do you react to that?
I bailed. I bailed out of the ice cream truck.
No, I mean, we'll get to what you're doing with the ice cream truck. How do you react to the idea of someone...
This is a split-second thing. We are both about to careen into this building.
Right,
I have jumped
right.
out of this car.
Okay, so in a second with Edith then. Ranger Rick, you're doing this as an action. So go ahead and... Do you want to call this ferocity?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give you 2 bonus dice to it as well.
Okay. I'm doing my first 4. And 2 bonus dice. All right. That is 3 successes.
Ooh, yeah. All right. So you managed to smack Juicy Goosey Lucy out of the bubble car, wrestle him to the ground, handcuff him, citizens arrest, and there just so happens to be a patrol officer walking by like, good job, citizen.
Meanwhile, I'm jumping up and down on someone holding like a broom in my hand.
That's right. The patrol officer, taking no regard of what's happened, the chaos that's happening around, just sees a citizen being arrested, assumes that they're guilty, and is like, good job.
I flash like my old badge.
What does your badge look like, Ranger Rick? Is it just a Ranger badge?
It's a star.
Okay.
Didn't they used to have Ranger Rick badges?
Probably. I assume they had Ranger Rick badges. I thought
Okay.
it was a star. I'm gonna look it up.
It's literally a picture of Ranger
picture
Rick.
of Ranger
It says
Rick.
Nature Club member.
That's what you have. That's what you're
That's what
flashing
I
in.
got.
Okay.
Yep.
Ranger Rick, Junior Ranger. Yeah.
It's a sticker at this point.
I want one now.
Okay, Jazz, what are you doing?
Seeing how my car is about to crash into this building,
It's about to careen into that.
I leap out of the passenger side window and try to jump onto the bed of the other truck.
Oh, you're jumping out that side. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll call that an alacrity roll. And
Oh god, my alacrity is the worst.
not terribly difficult, because we'll say that like that side of the door was already damaged and is probably open and exposed a little bit more for you. So, but I don't think there's any bonuses that you're going to have to that. So go ahead and just roll a standard alacrity.
Got a 1. 2. I had 1 in alacrity.
Okay, so you don't make it into the bed of the truck, but you're hanging on to the side of it as your car smashes in, and you are moments away from being smushed into, not necessarily smushed, because
Josh.
you're about to be essentially put through the inside of a Starbucks because its windows have just been broken open.
Oh no.
Josh has a dilemma. I already know it. I know it. I know it.
Josh, what would you like to do inside of the semi-truck?
You see, I'm in a predicament.
Did I remind you I'm a cop?
No, that's the problem.
He's having his morals tested here.
I don't like the establishment.
Oh man,
And you try
this
to
is
put
a
me in
test.
jail.
Test your
What?
might.
Okay, so I'm like ready to. I'm ready to like drive this into, because I saw the cop car back there, so I was like, oh, if I turn left, I can just knock it off the road and drive off. But then I see that you're on the left side of the car now, and so like, I feel like there's this moment you're like grabbing on, hanging on, and I like look back and see you, and we like make eye contact. And I have to make a decision. So
How is his character going to play it out?
Oh boy, this is the moment.
So I grab, shakes his head, jumps into and like grabs the driver, because the driver is still in the is still in the car, and grabs onto the driver's hand, which he doesn't enjoy, but it's too bad, he shouldn't have stayed in the car, and grab and pull both of us over to the right to try and pull away from scraping our police officer friend on the building.
Yay!
Okay.
I survived.
Well, we'll see. Because he's doing this as an action. So we'll call that an alacrity, or do you want to be ferocious? How do you want to do that?
I will call it an alacrity roll.
Okay.
I
I
feel
would
like
argue
it's
that
also
this character. This is character. This is
Yeah.
growth.
Okay.
I was just about to argue that as well.
All right, I'll give you 1 bonus dice to it.
All right. You got 2 1s and a 6.
Ooh. Okay. So this truck really scraping up the side here, and moments before, say, the portion of the semi-truck bed would have scraped up against a column, just turns away. Just real close.
It's like the stuff in front of Edith is like getting scratched, and then like it turns, and you just barely don't get scratched.
Just-
like maybe your tail just touches it, and then the back of it slams into it too. So
Exactly.
you're the safe zone. You're the only safe zone.
All right. So we've lost some speed here. All right. You guys can do two cool things.
Oh man. I mean,
At this point,
what's going on with the semi truck? Is it slowing to a halt?
It's the driver is still confused enough that he hasn't attempted to go to a full stop yet. So it's moving.
Okay.
But
I'm
still
gonna say
like
my cool thing
still
is
like 20 miles
surviving
an hour.
that.
Well, no, I mean you survived it. You don't have to waste the cool thing.
No,
on
I
that.
know.
Okay.
I mean, I'd say at this point, I feel victorious. I have accomplished my goals. So, I all I needed was victory over Han. It's as far as I thought through my plan. There is no resolution to it, but I'm a raccoon, so I didn't it's not like I got like long-term planning. So then I just sort of turn, and I see what's the chaos that is carrying out.
Yeah,
And I know
ice cream
that-
truck exploded.
Yeah,
So.
and I know that my friend, who I bonded with, right? We went brooms akimbo, right? He's still in there, and so I'm just like, I'm like, I gotta get over there. So I try and do some awesome thing where I run up the pole that's like broken down, and I'm gonna do some kind of Assassin's Creed style like leap, flip, roll kind of deal to land back onto the toast truck.
I say, like, we could combine both of you guys, both Anna and you, getting back onto the truck if you want to, into one cool thing.
Do we look at each other?
Yeah.
Broom, lead pipe.
Well, I lost my lead pipe. I have
that's
a
right.
different cool thing that I would like to do.
Okay. What is your cool thing?
So essentially, after like the chaos has slowed down and the dust is like clearing and there's just a massive carnage everywhere, Ranger Rick goes back to the bubble car and notices that the 8-track player is still functioning, or the disc. I don't know. Maybe it's an 8-track. Who knows? Anyway, the radio is working. So he pulls out a well-tucked extra cassette in his vest and puts it into the car.
And what
and
you got?
turns it on. It's Tracy Bird, Watermelon Crawl. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl.
Okay. So you're just blasting that, or are you attempting to
Yeah.
actually use the car?
No, I just want to play some good tunes. It's my
Okay.
victory song.
You're
Is that the success, or can we still use a cool thing? Is that the cool thing? Because if it's the cool thing, I'll. But if it's
That was my cool thing.
Anna has used a cool thing on getting music to blast from a
Oh my
bubble
God.
car. Price, I'm gonna describe how you get back on the semi truck here. So
Do it.
you see the semi truck scrape by the building and now careening down the street again. You notice the shopping cart. So you hop inside of it with your broom, street canoe style, just picking up speed until it hits something and you fling yourself onto the back of Hot Buns on the Run. So you're on top of Hot Buns on the Run. Okay. Anna, you're just being left in the dust at this point.
Listen,
Christ.
I've got my music. I've avenged Ranger Reese. Listen, I'm ready to get arrested by Edith. Everything is good.
Okay. So for this next round, I'll say that both Jazz and Price, you can attempt to do driving rolls on Hot Buns if you want to. It still has one chain on it. And then Josh, you can attempt to do driving rolls as well on the semi-truck. And Anna, if you want to do driving rolls on that car, you can.
I thought it was broken.
The bubble car, no, the ice cream truck is broken. The bubble car has a lot of damage to it, but she could attempt to do drives on it.
I do want to point out, Han gave me the keys.
Oh, did you say he threw the
He
keys
gave
at
me
you?
some keys. He gave me the keys to his Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 2007. All right, that's what he gave me.
Anna could just call an Uber.
That's right.
Or that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
A
so
raccoon?
Cougar. Oh,
go to jail.
a cougar.
Get out. I'm not saving you anymore. Get out.
Or a lynx. She can get a lynx too.
We'll start with Jazz. Jazz, what would you like to do this round?
I'm gonna use a 6.
Okay. Price?
Also 6.
Josh?
Yep, 6.
And Anna.
A 6.
The mark of the beast here. Okay, we'll start with Anna. Anna, what are you doing?
A line dance. Listen, I am celebrating. This is the last line dance I'm gonna have before I go to prison because Edith is gonna arrest me and I'm gonna let it happen. So
Who are you? It's a line dance of one. Who are you line dancing with?
I'm line dancing by myself to the watermelon crawl.
Okay.
She's doing the watermelon crawl.
Listen, yeah, I'm doing the watermelon crawl.
Go
How
ahead
does it
and
look?
go ahead and
Do you
roll a
see Price
chutzpah for how.
Price is shaking his head in dissatisfied Texan. Like, how dare you solo line dance?
And,
Well, then join me, Nico. Join me.
you're gonna roll a chutzpah. I'll give you a bonus chutzpah dice for your character.
Oh god, I have like no chutzpah. I have 1 success and 1 failure.
You do the line dance, but people are giving you looks. People are giving you a lot of looks.
Listen,
Because
it's all from Miko.
Because a car just crashed, an ice cream truck just exploded, you put on music, and now you're line dancing.
Listen,
As a
sometimes you have to go above the law.
Because that one going above the law is line
Be the
dancing.
law.
Let's start off with Josh. Josh, what are you doing in the semi-truck?
Okay. Okay.
Remember, I launched.
I was gonna
at
say
it,
there's only
screaming
one
your
chance
name.
for this. So again, this is for family. Family can't go to jail.
Yep.
And there's a cop on the side of the truck. So I yell. So I go. But we also need to satisfy our debt with Big Gibby.
That's right.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to deal with Too Fast, Too Curious.
That's right.
So I yell, the chains, Miko, the chains, and I reach out of the side of the car, and with my broom, which is the ultimate enemy, sweep at the cop who is hanging on the side of the car.
You sweep at Edith?
That is assault of an officer.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. What is your ferociousness at by default?
My ferociousness is at 1.
Edith, what is your alacrity at by default?
1.
Okay.
We gotta roll against each other. Is that what you have to say here?
I feel like
perfect.
I feel like I should get a bonus die.
I feel like I should get a bonus die. I'm trying to arrest these people.
That's true. I think you both get bonus dice because her whole character's arc is trying to arrest you guys. So you both
my
get 2
God.
dice, and you're going to roll against each other.
It's
Right.
incredible.
Combined
It's incredible.
total wins.
All right, I got a 5 and a 2.
I got a 5 and a 4.
Edith, a broom comes at you.
Save me, Scar.
All right, I know I'm gonna get hurt. I know I'm gonna get pushed.
We haven't done your action yet, and you still get to do your action this turn.
Right. That's right.
Okay.
So, a broom comes at you, and it successfully attacks you to the point where you would fall off. So now, what is your action?
My one success, I use my tail to grip onto something, and I know I'm gonna get hurt.
Well, we'll say
So
that. We'll
If
say
you
that.
just let go, you'll just tumble off away from the car.
Look, I'm saying my action is not going to work because my action was to climb into the cab and try to use my badge to get them to stop. It's not going to work. So I'm going to say I use my tail to hang on, but because he's attacking me, I play dead.
I love it.
Okay, so the broom attack successfully knocks loose your grip. As you're falling, you're attempting to swing up with your tail, grab on, and play dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Play dead part seems like it's just that's just what happens.
Yeah.
I could consider that a ruse if you want to go chutzpah. I could also consider that alacrity since it's physical. So what would you rather it be?
Chutzpah.
Chutzpah. Okay.
Do you successfully convince us that you're dead?
Because your character is also all about trying to stay around these people to arrest them, I'll also give you one bonus dice. So,
All right, so that's 4 dice.
yes.
That's 2 failures. Oops, dropped one. That's 3 failures and 1 success.
Okay. So you grab on with your tail, but you're like, it's a lot harder to hold on with your tail than you thought it would be. So as you're trying to play dead, you're also going the whole time.
There's just this possum just flapping in the wind going,
Oh, man.
Okay.
oh my gosh.
So that's that.
Incredible.
Price, did
I
we
didn't
already
get my
do
action
you?
yet.
Okay,
No.
Price.
So, I have returned to the flatbed, and I'm going for that chain. I've got these keys,
Okay.
and on this keychain, I noticed that there's this kind of really long key that, I broke the other one before. I saw how it worked, so now I feel like I've got a better ability to just be like, oh yeah, this thing would do it. So I'm just gonna loosen that little this thing just by putting that key right where it should go.
Okay. We'll call that being more clever. So I think that's probably
Okay.
more chutzpah.
Okay.
And that would probably just be a default chutzpah roll.
Okay.
But it's a simple one. You probably just need 1 success.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 6.
Ooh! Both chains are loose. That car is now...
Yeah.
You can't... It's not rolling away. It wasn't left in neutral or anything, but
Right.
it is loose.
So as I loosen it, as I get that last chain loose, I yell, "Tommy! Chain's loose!"
Okay. So we're gonna do 2 of these things here. Okay, you guys can do one cool thing.
All right. I feel like we have to escape.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I'm grabbing onto that truck. As soon as I flipped that, I was like, I'm on it.
all right.
I finished my line dance.
That's not
Okay.
cool at all. That's reverse cool.
I dance over to the truck.
No. Oh, that's what we.
All right,
ju-
Ashley
that's what we
Simpson.
need.
Just-
Okay.
That's
what we need
Did you join me in the line dance?
All right.
All right.
I feel.
So what do you guys? How are you guys going to do this?
Price is like from Watchmen. Like I looked down and said,
Yeah.
"No." Dance with us, Rorschach. No, I'm sorry. Anyway,
I broke Josh.
okay. So we need to, because here's what I'm thinking. So I realize we've got this driver in this car. He's not leaving, but the chains are loose on the toast truck.
Yeah. Just take
So-
the toast truck.
Let's just leave. So
Let's leave.
So I like fling myself back out like I boost myself up with the broom to fling myself up onto the toast truck.
Okay.
So that, and then I'm like, get in the toast truck. And so I think because you're with the chains.
Yeah. No, yeah. We're
two of
ready
us
to,
are in
I'm
the
grabbing
toast
onto
truck.
the side of it. We're ready
Okay.
to go on that toast truck.
Jazzy, you want to try to like tail whip yourself up?
Sure.
Okay. So we'll say that Jazzy, as part of the cool thing, tail whips herself onto the back of the truck as well. All right. And so Anna is just line dancing in the middle of the street in the direction that you guys.
Yeah, I'm going towards the toast truck.
Are you like
We're picking you up.
boot shuffling towards the toast truck?
Yeah.
Okay. And so Anna being sort of around the light, are you guys accelerating off the back of the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, is it new round? Is it?
Well,
we're doing new
we'll
round.
say it's part of the cool thing that you guys get off the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I mean, then
Okay,
we're gunning it. We're getting out
Okay.
of here.
Then you guys boost off the back of this trailer
I'm
towards
boot
Anna.
scooting buggy.
And we'll go ahead and say that you guys go ahead and pick up Anna as well.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where, like, we're swinging by and you're like
Yeah.
still line dancing, and then there's a couple of brooms that kind of like come by. Kind of like, you get swept off stage. You know what I'm saying? We're like, no, come on.
All right. And as you guys are driving back onto the highway in the wrong direction, the cop sees you guys, recognizes Anna and the rest of you guys, and says, "They seem nice."
Now, question: am I in the toast truck, or am I
You're-
just on the bed of the?
No, you're on the toaster. You're hanging onto the back of it like
Oh,
like Miko is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So, you guys return back to Big Gibby's garage.
Do we?
Yeah.
Wait, well, do you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys want to do now that you guys collectively are in the hot buns on the run?
I think
just go.
we just drive until we leave the city.
Josh is really contemplating what to do.
He's contemplating pushing Edith off the truck again.
really not trying to go to jail, y'all. but
Listen.
I went out of my way to. This is about family,
That's right.
and I saved her life.
After trying to push me off twice.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Do you
know that?
Do you resolve that? Do you extend a hand? She's still on the back of the truck.
I try and push you off. Of the
Wow!
Are you
You want
guys?
to take us to prison?
Are you guys all pushing Edith off? What's happening here?
I see them attempting to
I was gonna say,
end Edith, and I hold up a hand and say, wait a minute, we can end this all peacefully.
I was gonna say she's not gonna let that happen.
Listen, I
point the
know.
broom- Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I was like, listen, I know that there have been crimes committed. I am an ex-ranger, and I know all the crimes that have been committed, but I think I don't want everyone to have to pay for these crimes. I am old. I am 3 years old, and I've seen so many things, and I've lived so much life. I'm willing to go to prison, to go to jail for all of you so you can live free. Edith, arrest me. Put the blame all on me. Let these two young ones go free. Please. Please do
Are
it
you
for me.
screaming that from the cab while I'm
Yeah.
hanging to dear life in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm holding the broom. I'm pointing it at you. I'm
Otherwise,
like,
they're gonna sweep you right off.
be a badge.
I'm gonna use a 1. I'm gonna stop the car.
Oh, you're gonna slow down to a stop. Okay. Okay.
Break the car.
Okay. So you guys.
They're still in position. We can have this conversation, but there's obviously been an olive branch extended.
You guys slow to a halt. You grind to an halt.
I've constantly got this broom up.
All right.
Like,
You're
in my head, this is a gun pointed at my enemy. Like, this is like, you can't escape this.
You're stopped. You're in an empty road. No one else around you. Edith, you can hop off, and everyone else can hop off as well, and have a civilized conversation.
I see this as 2 against 2, and I know that you guys are not going to come with me quietly. But you know I'm not going to let you just free.
Well, you might find us one day.
That's true, but just so you know, I'll always be after you. And your faces are going to go in the wanted. I know you guys. I'm gonna call animal control on you. We'll catch you one day. Till then, I got this one, and I grab
this day.
I grab Rick.
Put my hands out. Except the cuffs.
Okay. And so,
Live free, young ones.
Rick, do you stay behind to get arrested? Edith, do you arrest Rick?
Yeah, I arrested Rick.
I'm getting arrested.
Okay.
All right, then the two of us. Do we drive back to Gibby?
Yeah, the two of us get in the car.
The two of you drive off.
Yep.
And then we'll cut to 1 week later.
Okay.
All right. So let's say
I'm eating a lot of ice cream and pizza.
Yeah, let's say Miko first. Where are you at? What has happened?
Well, at this point, I've just been kind of hanging around with Tummy because, I accomplished my goals, and then I realized, I don't even know how to get back to Japan. I don't even know how I got here, honestly. It was all just kind of a pizza and ice cream fueled blur that got me from Japan to here. So I'm just basically, tagging along. Yeah, that's it. And I hand the keys symbolically over to Tummy and say, "You're in the driver's seat now."
So Josh,
family.
Tummy, do you guys still have the car? What did you guys opt to do with it?
Oh yeah, no, we don't leave the car behind, right? I mean, that's classic Fast and Furious. The car has stopped, so now Miko can go to the other car, and we drive off the two of them in convoy
the crappy
fashion.
The bubble mobile.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have not returned, or you've not delivered Hot Buns on the Run to Big Gibby.
I think a week later we have. So we would go. We've delivered the because we have to have that scene where I look Big Gibby in the eye because I've grown up now. Look, brought you your truck. Now we're through. We're even.
You know what, kid?
Can I brandish a broom behind you?
You know what, kid? I got newfound respect for you. I didn't think you and your crew could do it. If you're interested, I think we could work together again in the future. If you're up for it. There's always a place for you on my crew because we're a family.
I look at the camera. I look over at Miko. And then Animal Crossing LA.
Oh no.
Okay, let's say Jazz first. Edith, where are you 1 week later?
I am back at the police station. I have compiled a wanted order for both Miko and Tommy. Their faces are obviously it's a sketch. It's a sketch. Obviously both raccoons. So it's weird that there's a couple of raccoons on the wanted board. And I'm typing up my report and basically advising in my report that Ranger Rick gave himself up willingly and also helped arrest another escaped fugitive. And I asked for leniency on Rick's.
And was devilishly good looking or anything like that in the report?
No.
Okay.
And I look at the wanting board and I see both Tum and Miko, and I speak my voice going, one day. I'll get you guys one day. Until then, going back onto undercover, and I take off my hat and I put it back inside my, my fuzzy body.
Okay.
And I go back to work.
Ranger Rick, You've apparently been written up in some sort of report.
So after I'm arrested, I ask Edith for like one last favor before I go to jail forever. I'm like, can you please just drive me by Reese's grave just so I can let him know that I have avenged him? So I assume Edith does me one last favor. And we drive by.
Highly supervised.
Yeah, highly. It's fine. I'm still in cuffs. And I go to Reese's grave and I like kneel next to it and I was like, well, buddy, I avenged you. You can finally sleep at peace. Don't you worry. I'll take care of everything from here. And I say my last goodbyes. And it fast forward to like me in jail, and I'm just trying to like write letters to everybody that I've met just to keep in touch because that's the only thing that I can do. I've taken this burden on myself and I understand it, so I'm just sitting there writing letters to the rest of the team, checking in on them, making sure that they're doing well.
Now, do you start a line dancing club?
Oh
in
yeah,
prison?
obviously, yeah, 100%.
So, cut to this is post-credit scene. Some undetermined time in the future. Ranger Rick's sitting there writing these letters and hears like a ting kind of noise and looks up, and around the bars of the tiny window that's up there, a grappling hook locks around those bars, and on the hook of the grappling hook it says family. Cut.
And then
gotta find out in too fast, too raccoony,
Too Crash, too furious.
trailer
Too
for
trash.
Furious.
Too trash.
in the trailer for the next one, you find out that Jasmine, the police officer, can't make the bust on another criminal organization, so she hires the only crew that can get it done. The family.
And that's when we turned our one shot into an 8-episode campaign.
There you go. Jazz is the Rock confirmed.
I
My
drew
goodness.
Edith.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god!
It's so beautiful.
I love it! It's so good!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So
good.
because she's a possum, she's got that fat deposit in her eyes, so she looks cross-eyed.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible.
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
I have a lot of Hot Wheels now, y'all.
Yeah, you do.
Good.
Yeah,
I
you
have to use
do.
these again.
Good.
Incredible.
That's been Crash Pandas, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch it. A reminder, we are joined by Sharky, Enna, and Wallstormer. If you guys are not already following them, be sure to do that. Beyond that, a reminder that we played Crash Pandas because you guys voted on it. We put out a post on our Patreon where we asked for suggestions of one-offs, and then we put out a poll where you guys got to vote on which one of those one-offs we would play. Anna's suggestion has won twice in a row now, so she's banned from the next one.